As with any subject, there's a lot more to filming skate video than you could really fit effectively in a 10-slide presentation, but today we are going to go over some of the basics that you need to know to film skate video. First off, we'll start with equipment. You will need a camera, and it doesn't really matter what type of camera. People use GoPros, DSLRs, phones, whatever you can make work, whatever you have will be fine, though it is recommended you get a fisheye or wide-angle lens. And remember that skateboarding is a sort of dangerous filming situation in the sense that your camera runs a risk of being hit or dropped at some point, so keep that in mind. Don't bring your fanciest, most delicate camera to film skate video if you can't afford to lose it. Next thing you will need is a tripod for stationary shots, a handheld mount, a vehicle mount, and a film board. A little bit more about film boards. Film boards are essentially dollies, and they allow you to ride alongside a skateboarder and film them, get nice, smooth, consistent shots that you otherwise couldn't if you were just on foot. The most important aspect of a film board is the wheels. Wheel size, you want the wheel to be nice and big, that you can keep up with the rider, that you're moving at a similar pace, and that you can roll over rough terrain without having to think about it, so you can devote full attention to the filming itself. 70mm is a popular longboard wheel size. It's a little bit bigger than the diameter of a can of soda. 60mm is a popular skateboard film board wheel size, and that's around the size of one of those mini donuts. Deck size is more up to personal preference. 38 is a fairly standard longboard size, and 32 is a fairly standard skateboard size. Really, it's just whatever you're comfortable with and whatever gets the job done. There are three basic types of filming. There is handheld filming, either done on a board or on foot. There is stationary filming that is done using a tripod, and there is follow vehicle filming using a car-mounted or motorcycle-mounted camera. First, we're going to talk about handheld filming, which is done using a handheld stabilizer mount. This is popular because it is maneuverable. You're not limited by cumbersome tripods or dolly tracks. Since you're holding the camera, you can move it around wherever and however you want. This is very good because you can get in close to what you're filming and get nice close-up shots that are popular in many skate videos that make it look nice and crispy. It is generally used at slower speeds, since in longboarding, when you start getting over 35 and 40 miles an hour, it becomes too much of a juggling act to pay attention to a camera and pay attention to the road that you're riding on at that speed, though there are some professional filmers that specialize in doing just that. Next one we're going to talk about is stationary filming, done with a tripod. This is a good option because you get nice, stable shots. You don't have the range of motion that you would have with handheld filming, but the trade-off is that everything looks nice and smooth and nice and consistent. Another advantage to stationary filming is that it is good at capturing scenery. While handheld filming focuses more on getting in close on the skater themselves, stationary filming can be used in order to capture a skateboarder or longboarder in their environment. The picture here shows a skater doing a cannonball air out of a pool, and because it is filmed with a tripod, it's nice and stable, and you get a good, clean shot of the skater interacting with the larger environment of the pool that he is skating. Follow vehicle filming is done by mounting a camera on the front of the vehicle in order to follow a longboarder as they're moving down a hill at high speed. It is used almost exclusively in longboarding, since skateboarding is almost never done on open roads, and it's very rarely fast enough that you would even need a vehicle in order to keep up. It is used for high-speed riding, and it really only gets you one angle, which is the one you see here. This shot that's trailing behind the rider. This filming method is more out of necessity than anything. You can use different vehicles, although cars are the industry standard for longboard filming, and since you are driving a vehicle behind a skater, you need to use caution. Last but not least, I'm going to leave you with some advice. Improvise. As with all filming, there are no real rules, there are only tips and guidelines, so tweak these instructions however you need in order to get the best footage. Background music is from Purple Planet Music, and all of the pictures were taken by me.